Get ready for the Too Hot to Sip podcast, your go-to for daily topics, celebrities gossip, and captivating stories. So keep your ears glued to your headphones, cause your host Diana is delivering new episodes weekly with music reviews, news updates, and engaging discussions on dating advice and much more. Subscribe now for exclusive content and wild personal stories for only $0 and 49 cents a month. Nothing is off limits here, so share with your friends and family to tune into the Hot to Sip podcast. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned for this week's episode.
Hey, you guys, what's up? I hope everyone is having an amazing Friday and is having a clear mind to join the weekend and relax and de-stress from previous weeks, okay? But as the topics is really like flowing and going, child, there's so much going on that I can't even catch up to even record and to even post them on time, baby. But today we're going to skip the introductions because y'all already know what to do. If y'all are not subscribed, just go ahead and do so. And everybody else that is subscribed, hey babies, how you doing? Let's jump into our conversation. So we are going to speak upon this ShxtsnGigs, and then we're going to speak about the Andrew Schulz response, right? For me, I used to follow ShxtsnGigs. Like, I think I had found them last year. And I kid you not, I had really liked their little podcast. I really liked the environment, the energy they had. I had loved their segment of top 5 from Fuhad. Then I liked it was like Jeopardy or something like that, or some type of game that they used to play or whatever. Really, really loved that. And then I just liked the shits that they was saying. Like, it was like common jokes and whatever, but I have never really paid so much into the details of what was being said, right? Now, they are doing tours now with their show. And I guess they was doing an American tour and whatever. And, they was joining different podcasts in the US. And there was one particular clip that I remembered. I don't know what podcast it was, but it was a 2 female hosts and then ShxtsnGig, Fuhad and James. And the clip was mostly about asking them, have they found any baddies in Atlanta while they was visiting? And it was mostly James. Fuhad, I don't know. Fuhad didn't sound like he was saying anything, but James was like, he didn't see nobody's at Atlanta. Like, he only seen 2, 3, and Fuhad was agreeing and whatever. And the 2 girls was like, oh, child, thank God we not from Atlanta, baby. We from Texas, boosting their spirits, thinking, otherwise. Now, another clip came about with ShxtsnGigs with Fuhad and James, where they went on to Andrew Schulz's show. And to make it quick, the whole situation or the whole lineup or the joke was the black woman effect, right? So if you don't know what the black woman effect is, it's basically black woman that is dating outside of the black community, dating white men, Hispanic man, Arabs, whatever, Asian, whatever, right? And if in their past looks, they look very homely, they look like they're not well put together, they're not sharp, like how, black women be stepping out with their mans, right? And when you date a black woman, your whole outfit, your whole look, your hair, whole everything levels up, right? Like, you look totally different. Line up, shave right, haircut on point, nails crisp, outfits fine as fuck, nice cologne, clothes fitted, shoes on point, da 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 da. Teeth gotten together, everything, the whole 9 yard, right? So that's the black woman effect when you have a black woman on your side. So, the joke Andrew was saying was, do you guys know what the black woman effect is? And, they was like, yeah. And Fuhad and James was explaining it to him as if he did not know, and he did. It was just a joke that he was preparing. And basically, he was saying the only reason why those guys are like cutting their hair is because, they being stressed and this and that and whatever, or they getting slapped the fuck up. That's why they have like a full face of beard and shit like that. Right? And James and Fuhad was shining all 32 teeth within that. Okay? It was kiki, ha 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 ha, child. And Andrew asked them, well, have you ever dated a black girl? They said yes. Have you ever dated a white girl? They said yeah. Then Andrew asked them, which one do you like better? And James did this motion with his hand, like he's trying to say, like, well, and Fuhad came in quick and said, we like all of them. And James agreed, and then they all start laughing again, right? All right. So after that, okay, I really don't know how long they had this podcast out for, but after a while, I don't know who, I don't know where, I don't know how it began, but the train began for the Shits and Gigs show for they not standing up for black women. They actually letting this white man come in making jokes about black women, yada yada who, yada who, yada ha, right? And the only reason I'm saying all this is because we hear this same story each and every time. We hear the same story over and over and over again. We hear, black men hate black women. Everybody in the world hate black women. Oh shit, sorry y'all. And the whole 9 yard, right? Like we heard everything, and we hear the fact that no one is standing for black women, but black women is always standing for black men no matter what. It don't matter if they like them or not. We always stand for them, da 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 da, yada yada who and whatever, right? So I think after all of that drama of like different TikTokers, different YouTubers, etc., have been going on this rampage of like trying to cancel James and Fuhad podcast and really holding them accountable, they made an apology, right? Now, to me, the apology was not sincere. Let's be honest. It was not sincere. It was not true to heart. They did not care, etc. And it's so bad that Andrew had to respond. So what I'm going to do right now, because I'm going to leave my comment to the end, and I truly believe that none of you guys going to even like my commentary on this, but hey, this is why everyone have their own opinion, their own thoughts, their own, shits and shits, right? So let me play this out for you guys so y'all can hear it from Andrew listening into Fuhad and James' apology and his opinion with his cast, okay? Here he goes.
Any listeners here that are upset at us, we just want to let you know that you will stay upset. Okay. What we're not going to do is sit here with our dick tucked between our legs, apologizing on the podcast for jokes. Okay. Matter of fact, we have a new apology video that we should definitely watch. The Shits and Gigs gentlemen came on the podcast. I love them. I feel bad they're going through this. Yeah, but and actually, I do want to take this seriously because they are serious guys, and I want it. I'll stop fucking laughing. Dude. They're defending their community. I want it. They came on the podcast. They got a lot of flack for laughing at a joke, and I would just want to hear their apology. These are serious fucking guys, and this is a serious apology. 50? I haven't seen that. I made you 50. That's crazy. 50. Come on, sir. 50. Fucking race. I want everybody to just take this serious, and I want us to try to have a serious moment. Mm-hmm. It's a serious podcast, and I want to just listen to their heartfelt apology.
Yeah. Right. Before we get into today's episode, quick PSA, quick acknowledgement. So, if you know, you know. If you don't, it's fine. We just wanted to address something that's happening at the minute. This past weekend, there's been a couple of clips going around from when we did a session on the Flagrant podcast while we were on our US tour. And yeah, there were a few jokes made that were incredibly inappropriate. One specifically pertaining to Black women. In the clip, Andrew was making a joke. I'm not even going to get into specifics.
Don't you get it?
Frankly, like racist joke, and we were laughing at it. And to give, first of all, before we get into like specifics or anything like that, obviously there's just literally no excuse. There is no excuse.
Pause. There's no excuse. There's no fucking excuse. Can you pause? Excuse me. I just want to take in the beginning of it. There's no excuse for jokes. There is never an excuse for making jokes.
So can we try?
I'm not going to ever make an excuse for being a comedian. There's never an excuse for making jokes. Okay? That is a real statement. I just want that to be clear. There is never an excuse for making jokes with the boy. Go on. Let's take it serious. Look at how sad he is over on the left thing.
Like it is, punchline is a real thing.
Do you see how we should go back to this? We should go back because he's going through it right now. Look how he practiced this. I'm gonna picture my skin.
I love you guys. There is no excuse. And it's a real thing. Like it is, fight or flight is a real thing, and it's so not easy to say, but when you're in the situation, you look at it through a lens of like, bro, if it was me, I promise you, I'll stand up, I'll kick them cameras down, I'll smack them boy in the face, I'll say this, I'll do that. But when you're in there, you're in shock. You're in shock, and all you want to do is move on. Yeah, move on and stuff.
I've been there. I know what that's like. When you're just having fun and laughing with the boys, you're like, I just can't wait to move on. Don't you know that feeling when you experience the fight or flight and then you just laugh? Does that happen to you guys when your body is just being torn with the primal urgency to fight or flight and instead you just go, do you guys ever have that feeling?
I feel like you're making an excuse for jokes.
I'm not. I would never.
It sounds like what's your name.
I would never excuse taking two things that have nothing to do with one another and then bringing them together to make your friends laugh. I would never excuse that much.
What if it has a good setup and a misdirection at the end?
You're enticing me. You're doing that thing where you're kind of tricking me with your brain. You're using your brain to trick me into agreeing with something I do not want to agree with.
I'm just asking.
Please continue.
It work, bro. All you want to do is fucking move on. Just move on to the next thing. Just move on to the next thing. And like you have to say a few times, bro, just move on.
Move on.
Just like
I really don't have any like hope for this being better or taking offense to certain jokes, because honestly, so what I've seen thus far, right? Matter of fact, let me hold back on that. Let me go to James and Fuhad. Honestly, with them, if they really felt as bad as they said they felt bad, unfortunately, like Andrew said, when our producer had asked you guys, is there anything that you guys don't feel comfortable with that you wish for us to cut out? And you guys clearly did not say anything when it came to that part of the Black woman jokes. Why are you apologizing now? You know what I'm saying? You guys really thought it was funny. You really thought it was a joke. You really thought like what it is and what it is it was a joke to you guys. So why apologize because certain people on the internet is upset with you guys, right? And I'm not going to sit here and agree with Andrew because I don't really know who Andrew is. Like one of his guys, like if you really want to go into like the entire footage of him reacting to the apologies, you will realize one of his guys that was on the couch was basically saying like, it's not everyone in your community. It's not everyone that is upset with you. It's certain people that is really trying to target you because you are doing so well, and they see that you're doing well, and they don't like it, right? And this is the part where I am going to disagree with the masses, because I did not find issue with the joke. I really did not find anything wrong with the joke. And no, I am not white. I am black. I'm Caribbean, if anything. Yes, we have the same skin tone and whatever, but I didn't find like the joke was so horrible. Like, he's calling us abusive. He's calling us naggy. Like, listen, people, instead of being angry with, Andrew with the jokes, you guys need to learn how to pinpoint your anger, okay? The only reason Andrew is comfortable with making jokes like these is, unfortunately, the black men's that have openly created their own podcast, use their platform to talk mad shit, mad shit about black women, right? Because either two things, they had a bad experience with one black girl, or black girls that they dated that have the same personality traits, or they grew up seeing the mother or whoever mistreating them, and they just believe it's just a black woman, mistreating him or mistreating his dad, talking shit, disrespecting the dad by cursing, doing that all in front of them. And they grew up in an environment that was just not healthy, and they just believe every black girl they have dated that basically had the same trait as their mother, sister, or cousin, or niece, or whatever, they held on to that. So they are using their past experience to basically put out to the masses of black women that is here around the world, and make it seem like it's every single black girl or woman that is like this, when actuality it's not. I was not raised in the condition of, quote unquote, the ghetto, the hood, and this and that and whatever. I don't have that type of personality where I am loud, I am obnoxious, I am, ghetto, and this, that, whatever. Like, even with me talking on my podcast, like, even when I'm trying to raise my voice a little bit more, I struggle because I start coughing because I can't raise my voice any higher than what it is now. And people will always tell me that I talk softly, like is, they always asking me, excuse me, I can't hear you. Can you talk a little bit louder? You know what I'm saying? So that is the reason, okay, bringing it back to point. That is the reason why we have so much of these black men sitting out here talking so much trash about the black women that they have dated, seen, whatever the case may be, because they was the one that chose those particular type of women to date. And now, because their ego have been broken or bruised or whatever the case may be by these particular women that had hurted them, they are attacking the entire black woman. And with that, they allow other people that is white, Asian, Indian, etc., to talk smack about us, because they go on their platform or they go to their stages and talk shit about black women, right? So I am not going to be upset at Andrew for a joke that he made, that he know that other black friends of his have been making for centuries now. Okay, this is nothing new. This is nothing, out of the blue. I just feel as if this world, or this generation, let me say that, have been so fucking sensitive. So fucking sensitive. Like, we can't have good jokes no more. I remember when Cat Williams used to talk shit about black girls. I remember when, what was his name? He had passed. Talk shit of black. There have been a lot of black comedians that talk shit. Steve Harvey, that have talked shit about black women for years. Okay? Since they've been doing stand-up comedy. Even us own black woman that does, comedy, also been talking shit about black women. So it's like, where do you fucking draw the line? Because if y'all getting upset now, bitch, 10, 20 years ago, they was talking wild shit about black girls, okay? And everyone knew it was just a fucking joke. It was just a fucking joke, Like, why all of a sudden we're gatekeeping on jokes now? Really? Because what I have seen is Andrew talks shit about every fucking culture. He talks shit about every fucking culture. It doesn't matter where he's at. He talks shit about every fucking culture. And no one is stopping him. Yeah, y'all talk shit. Oh, he made this racist joke. And y'all get angry about it. But y'all not so angry where y'all stop watching him or y'all stop supporting him or whatever the case may be. Y'all laugh about it. And then later on, when someone else bring it to the internet and points out shit, now you're enraged because they're telling you, you should be enraged about this. They're talking about black woman, this and that. And our own black man is talking shit about us. Okay? The only way to stop and to protect black women, it starts with those black men that so-called hate black women and talk mad shit about us to their white friends, to their Indian friends, to their Asian friends, people that is not black. Because honestly, let's be honest, Shits and Gigs and Andrew podcast is basically boys talk. It's basically boys talk. Because if you really sit down and you really to like one of your homeboys and y'all hang out and whatever, they talk mad shit about girls. They talk mad shit about girls. The only difference is they're putting it in a platform for everyone to see how they talk shit about girls. You know what I'm saying? But like one person said on Andrew Schulz podcast, we are too fucking sensitive. We are. One person upset, now everyone want to blow up and be upset because that is the train that is rolling. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if Fuhat and James if they have good, fan base, they shouldn't worry. Like, honestly, like, I'm not sweating it. And I know there's a few other people like me that is black, that is African American, that is not that upset about this stupid ass joke that half of the time is not true. Okay? If you haven't noticed, there's a lot more white men going after black women. So why should I be concerned about this white man talking shit about black girls that other black men for years, for centuries have been talking shit about their own girls, their own culture, their own mama, their own sisters, their own cousin, aunties, nieces, and etc. Okay, to prove a point that they don't like black women to date white women. Like, why should I be upset with him? Who I need to be upset with is all the other black men that have created this joke, which allowed this white man to make a joke like that and think it's comfortable for him. It's like a white man using the N-word, right? Now, because he's friends with a black man, right? And around his black friends, he's using this N-word like it's fucking water, right? But now he finally got recorded because his black friends wanted him to be famous because this joke was so funny that they had to share the joke that he's using the N-word, right? And now all of a sudden it went viral for the wrong reason because this white friend have used the N-word, right? And now that the internet is talking, why this man using the N-word? They know he's not saying it in a derogatory way. Y'all don't make fucking sense. I tell you. Y'all don't make no fucking sense. Y'all just want to be mad at something. And what y'all need to do, y'all need to be mad at Donald Trump. Y'all need to be mad at Project 2025. Y'all need to be mad that y'all not making enough money to pay y'all motherfucking bills. Y'all need to be mad that the nigga that you slept with that gave you a child ain't trying to be with you and fucked another bitch. Like, y'all need to be mad at certain shit that is serious. Okay? Not these stupid petty jokes that other black people made now that this white man is using. Like, use y'all motherfucking common sense and stop being mad for every little damn thing y'all hear and shit like that. Because there's a source, and the source is always a black man. And that's on that. The fuck?
Hey babes, thanks for tuning in and listening to this episode. Like, share, and follow our podcast if you really enjoyed today's topic, because there's so much more to come, and I don't think you want to miss out. Okay, I didn't think so. Well, babes, see you later on the next episode. Bye.